Yeah, I think we are live right now, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. There are like right now 7 attendees. So thanks for joining, everybody, and hope you had a great start for this year, 2022. And we have Ankur here, a very vibrant personality, whom I have known since recent past. So he's helping a lot of like developers and the community around Twitter, like more than 36,000 members in his Twitter community, and helping developers to grow and evolve, and like to reach their goals, right? Personal goals and stuff like that. A lot of stuff. And he's also an author of his latest book. He will be speaking about it, and he's also DevRel at SuperTokens, and he will talk about his journey as a DevRel. And in past 10 years, he has been from a software developer at Accenture to a senior software consultant at Volvo Cars in Sweden. So his journey is really inspiring. So it's better if we hear from his own voice. So over to you, Ankur.
Yeah. And thank you, Joshua, for kind introduction. It was nice talking to you earlier backstage as well. And now we can see wonderful people have joined us. And thank you, Vanshika, Pramesh, Siddharth, Josh, and Priyanka for joining us today. And as you just mentioned, yes, definitely it's a roller coaster ride for me. Being you can say from a basic, very small village guy who can, like, my father is basically English teacher in India. I belong to North India basically, but I have traveled within India almost every major cities. I started my career from Gurgaon, basically, now Gurugram. And not exactly, yeah, I started my career from Chennai actually. Yeah, those stories I always left actually. And there I get a chance to work in mainframe actually. I started back in 2010 when I left my college. But you know, a North Indian guy just straight away went into the Chennai, and those things scared me a lot, to be honest. And food was one of the issues I was facing those days. I'm a foodie at that moment. But yeah, things change. So as I always believe, if you want to change something, so you can basically. So it's something always on you. Don't look at for outside motivations. Don't look at your parents. Don't look at your friends. It's always about you. And if you have decided something, you can do anything in this world. And that's where I am right now, actually. And this is one of the dream for me, just like another random, or you can say 90% of people back in India, like want to work outside the world, maybe like Europe, Australia, US. So US was one of my dream before when I was in Accenture. And that's is one of the reason I spent around 6 years with Accenture. Many times I got rejected in that H1B lottery. And one day I realized, like, why I'm spending so much of time on just one dream. I should try something else, right? So there I actually personally triggered myself. I talked to my wife. My wife is a doctor actually, so she is a best friend as well. We met in college actually. So so I always had a better hand, and whenever I feel depressed in my life, so I talk to her, and she gives the better advice always. So we decided, like, let's move out from North India basically. So we went to Pune by purpose basically. That's what our choice. Accenture didn't want me to leave. I was working in a Disney project there in Accenture days, and I got a chance to move to Pune on voluntary transfer basically. And then, you know, as I told, everyone's life has a different transition on different trigger point. And in Pune, when I landed, within a month, I met my real mentor, which I endorse, and I talk everyone like, you should find a mentor, you should find a mentor. So there, God with me, and I met my one of the manager in T-Mobile project, and he drastically changed everything in my life. I was really struggling with Java. I was building stuffs in testing with Selenium in Java. So literally whatever I tried in Java, I always feel like, oh no, yeah, I don't know this hash map. I don't know this hash yet. What I should do. So he asked me like, you are not a Java guy. He straightforwardly tell me. I was like, yeah, ye to, it's kind of like a, you know, कि you are telling a truth to a guy like who's not ready to accept basically. But I patiently listened, and he asked me, and that moment 2014 basically, and Angular JS was on peak. Angular JS recently launched actually that moment, and not launched. I think 2010 it was launched, but 2014 it was like one of the most companies was trying to improve their front end or back end from and trying to move in that lane basically. So we are also getting this contract from T-Mobile, and we are started with the team this Angular JS development. And there I started enter into the JavaScript world, and I started really slowly get started, and I started with the testing area because basically my background is from SDET, so I mostly interacted with the testing tools like Protractor, Cypress, Jest, Mocha, all these basically Jasmine, Jest. These are the tools basically I have leveraged in my entire career. And there, as I have written a blog post as well. If someone wants to have a look, like my 10 years career journey, you can have a look in my personal website as well, or Dev2 as well. So you'll get a more better ideas. Right now, I will be able to speak whatever currently I remember. So on top of that, I entered the JavaScript world. Still, I was like feeling ki I'm not that good enough actually. Keeping myself just to in a testing world basically. So then I realized like, why can't I contribute to a code? If I can test, I can code as well, right? So I started building at home. I started following the tutorials, and Jonas and Traversy Media is one of the people I was following. And I bought a course on Udemy. I did a boot camp at home, and then I started contributing in my projects. So my manager, who is my mentor, and his name is Deepak Damoria. I have like everywhere. I till my death, I will never forget that guy basically. So he's that kind of influence I have of him in my life basically. And there I started developing things. Then H1B visa stuff was still going on. I was still thinking, yeah, one day I will go to US and settle down, blah 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 blah, and that never happened. And one day we decide actually, okay, let's get out of this race. I think you are not one of the guy who can go or may or might not, whatever. Lots of questions here and there. I decided to change my job. And this is one of the reasons. That's why I think 2 weeks back I shared one of the tweet. It's one of the worst mistake you do in your life if you stay in a job and you get yourself in a comfort zone just to get that 30 days of salaries. You will feel the heat when you actually want to try something different. And when I realized after 6 years, I was just doing the same repetitive work. And when people were asked, and I was doing the things. I have knowledge in Java, I have knowledge in JavaScript, I have knowledge in basically good things. But things are changed outside the world after 6 years. And I didn't even know what was happening until unless I'll face the many interviews. One interview, to be honest, on these conversations, I went in we call that one of the most antivirus in India, right? We use that Norton, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I got a call from those, and that is in Pune, Hinjawadi. They have an office. They call. Luckily, I got a call, and I was really happy. Yeah. This is product-based company. I will definitely get a good raise. Typical Indian mindset. and today I'll get a 50% raise, something like that. So I went to there, and literally that was a changing moment for me. That guy literally blast on me like, after 6 years you did nothing, you don't know nothing. And that is a very depressing moment for me. But again, you don't need to be depressed. You just need to evaluate what was happened and what exactly your mistakes in that life. And that's why I shared a couple of blog posts, like what kind of mistakes I did in my life. And I talked to my mentor. He said, yes, there was mistakes. You were just keeping one dream. You are not improving yourself. You're just doing the same work again and again. And I sit for a couple of weeks, again restarted, and again do it lot of project outside, again my outside my 9 to 5. And that's where I triggered key. You just not stick around, not just build things in your regular jobs, build things for yourself as well, which will give you the actual experience. Because in 9 to 5 you will just do the things which actually client wants, but outside world you can build things which you want, actually which you wanted to try, right? And there I built many good projects. Actually, I was struggling in the start, to be honest. It's not like just a rocket science, like I will become a ninja in a one day. But yes, I have taken around maybe, if I'm not wrong, almost like 8 to 9 months. Again, I have stopped my job search literally, and just build around 8-9 months, and then again started. And within 15 days, when I restarted, I get a good startup job, basically in Globant Service Private Limited, and they literally hired me within 15 days, basically. So that's the power of building projects if you are doing your outside 9 to 5 job. Yeah, but that's a sad story. Due to some traveling issues, I was living in one area in the Pune, and I have to travel by car on almost a daily basis in the traffics, almost like 1.5 hours. And they wanted me to change my home, so that didn't figure it out. So unfortunately, I have to left, and then I joined Barclays as an investment bank. And there again, I get a different flavor of work, lifestyle, and how you can contribute as an individual contributor rather than just leading by someone in the service industry. So previously, like I was just working in the service industries, and so in Barclays I get a chance to work with the product development team. So exactly how products will develop, and what kind of pressure and what kind of things they wanted, because there, when I landed, almost, you will say I'm lying, but for first 3 months I was just reading all about documentation. I was just reading about what they have built in the past. They were not even asking me to code, and I was like, yeah, where I am came, is it something really product based companies, and why they are wasting time actually? So no, but they were actually good. They were giving me time, they were giving me exactly everything what I need to do to get started. It's not always a race, right? It's not always something you just join the company and just start building things, right? That is what expected in the service industries, actually. You should be productive from day one, but this is not something true with the product based companies. And there things changes. In the Barclays, I get a chance to work. We are building a React application, because I'm not sure. Let me check if I can talk about with keeping myself in the NDA. I think I can talk a little bit. We were having the legacy application in Barclays. I will be tweaking around. I'll take some different example maybe. Let's say like Airtel comes to some big bank and they want to start some industries. So they need some $100 billion basically, let's say. So there is a legacy application running from 100 years basically. So we have redesigned that application in React, and there I get a chance to work on front-end development and this testing pyramid. I have developed unit test cases, integration test cases, acceptance test cases, and then there my confidence gets boosted. And now story, I don't know, maybe guys, if anyone want to have different questions. So my story is something like this. So I want to be more clear to you exactly what went happen. So in 2020, pandemic came up. I was helping people on the LinkedIn only. And there is one of the dream I had to start a startup. So I get a chance to start a startup in 2020 when this COVID happened. So people were happy, they were with their families or they were locked down, they were feeling the heat. But I was in a different mood. I thought like I get a almost like 2-3 hours which I was wasting in my traveling. So why not do something different? So I just started vtest.com and we onboarded me and one of my good friend, and we jumbled around 10 mentors, and we helped a couple of people, basically mostly in India and Europe, and 2-3 guys are from US. We help them to upskill their skills. We run 3 months of program basically, and there we help people to let negotiate their salaries as well. So that program run around almost like 7-8 months, and in that program I met Akshat, who introduced me to Sweden actually. So that's the power of networking as well. I always talk people ki software engineering is not just about code. It's always about people. Like you and me are talking because you feel something I have, and I feel something you have, basically. So it's something common. You need to be respected to the people. It's not always like senior and junior or medium people. We all are in the same level. Doesn't matter you are a CEO. Doesn't matter you are a junior. We all are humans basically first. So first you need to build a relations with the people, and you can achieve anything in your life basically. And then coming back to the story, Akshat in November 2020 asked me like, I think we are not able to scale up this program, but I think why don't you come to Sweden to work with me? So I was a bit surprised actually. So I thought like I'm well settled in Pune. Should I go or should I not? So we dropped actually after discussing with my wife. But again, I think after 2 months, he casually asked again if you still have that dream to work outside India. So because to be honest, I was getting good pay in Barclays, so I am well settled. I had my own home in Pune, so and my kid is grown up. My kid name is Arav. He is right now 8 years old. So I don't want to take those risks. Like it's not easy to transit in a different country after you have settled in your life basically. Then we thought like, yeah, let's give it a chance. Maybe it's a good experience. So this is one of the reasons I let people know I'm not here just for money. Money is, I think, even though Santosh, I think, shared today as well. Right now is a situation almost like the same money you can earn in India, the same money which people are earning in Europe. So money is not the source of motivation for you. You come here for a different experience. Definitely, there is a drastic change in working environment here. You'll get a different set of people. You'll get a different set of mindset. People are, to be honest, in Sweden, nobody even work after 4, and that's why I'm with you here. People just shut down their laptop after 4. Nobody even care. Whatever it is, like it's a production issue, whatever it is. They just casually said, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. So in first 4 months, do you know I get 2 escalations. I get 2 escalations from my manager. I will not say like she or he. Literally, we went in a one-to-one call, and our guy asked me, "You are doing too much. You are creating pressure on your peers." And I was like, "What did I did?" Actually, I did nothing compared to what I was doing in India. So that's the reason. Like they want everyone to support each other. So team player, and as a team, how you can improve your colleague as well. So in India, yes, definitely we are a competitive society. So there is a different set of flavor we have,
Yeah.
and that's why I can say like we are doing good job as well. And population is something which is something we all know, like it's a big challenge for all of us. But yeah, that's a different topic. So these are the stories, and I think recently from Twitter side, what I can say is again big story for, like, I met Ravin. I was when I started this startup to 2020. So I was just running Facebook groups. I was building community in Facebook. I don't even know like what Twitter is, to be honest. I'm literally following Shilpa Shetty and all these celebrities basically, Virat Kohli and all, and Prime Minister Modi and all, right? Literally, I had 100 followers, and I was one day I just logged in and I see, I think, Kathleen and Ravin and there are 3, 4 other people. They were sharing good stuff, so I was just literally. I started with liking their post, and one day I think Ravi shared one JavaScript quiz actually. So that quiz was interesting. I just literally solved that and I pasted the comment. And again the same day, next day I see he shared again a new JavaScript quiz. So I literally again solved that quiz and then shared it in the comment, and that got me enter in this tech community in Twitter. So I just message Ravi. I just literally DM him, and this is one of my quality, you can say, or like boldness as well. And that's where I am right now. That's where I have lots of big connections on Twitter. I never be like a shy. I'm basically a extrovert software engineer. I literally
No,
talk
we
more.
love to hear.
Please stop me
Like,
if
I
was
feel
talking
like
too
I want
long.
to go into participants because it's so good. Yeah.
Because my colleagues also sometimes ask me like, hey Tyagi, please stop. Let's just do something else. So yeah, coming back to the story, Ravin, I literally messaged him like, hey Ravin, you are sharing lots of good quizzes and it's fantastic. And that's the power of cold DM as well. Like I don't even know like these will be called as cold DMs or cold emails.
In
These are
2020,
things I
right?
just learned
This all
over the
started in.
time. I was bit naturally in these things. Correct. Yeah. So I was a bit natural on these things. Like I didn't even know like these are cold DMs or cold emails. So I just said like, hey, Lavin, you are doing fantastic job, and these quizzes are kick ass. And I was literally very amazing quizzes, and keep sharing all these things. So he was like, and he's almost like a. I think I met Ravin around 5K. He was having 5K followers at that time. I literally have around
Yeah.
100 or 50 followers basically. Just roughly, I'm not sure. Only bots and all. I don't even know shit about Twitter, what Twitter is. So I think after 5 days, I got a reply from Ravi, and this is also interesting story about him. So he replied almost everyone in initial days actually. So he replied, yeah, you are good, yeah, you are solving all these quizzes very well, and give me your introduction, please. So I was again. I think after 2 days, I just checked the Twitter and I saw his message, and I literally gave him, yeah, I'm blah blah blah, working in Barclays at this moment. That simple introduction. So he said, I mentioned one thing. I am running my startup. So he said, you are running your startup? Yes. So then the story get interesting. He asked a lot of good questions. I replied back, and then he asked me one day, why don't you share your experience on Twitter? I said, what are you telling about? Do you really think people will resonate with a very basic guy like in India? Like I'm just another guy basically. That's why I'm saying people ask me like you are an influencer. Oh please, I'm not an influencer. I'm just another local village guy. That's it, simple. I'm just sharing the experience which I had in the software industry, software tech, corporate world basically. And there are some backstories as well. I think those I can share if session will not be recorded, to be honest. But yes, if someone has some difficult question as well in their mind, my DMs are always free. I have helped many people in this last 2 years. They were, in fact,
Yeah.
I launched this one-to-one mentorship program, and I literally pulled out one guy from uh,
Okay.
book my show. Let it be honest. It's still recording. Yeah, I literally pulled out that guy from book my show, and they are literally exploiting that guy basically. So he was literally on tears in my call, and I guided him how he has to talk to his manager, how he has to pull out all these things on data, and literally he was very happy after 1 month when he pull out all these things after my one-to-one call. So that is one of the achievement I think I am very proud of. Like, these are all the experience which I can share with all of you guys, which I personally acquired with talking to many people in the industry, talking to the leads. So I am one of the guy, like I don't even care like if you are a director or real. I don't care about your post. I don't care about your title. Basically, you are just another guy. You are just a human being to me. If you are doing wrong, I will definitely pull the trigger. So that's what I learned from my mentor, Deepak Dhamuria. So I learned from him. He literally changed my mindset. No need to worry. If you are true, if you are correct, if you are doing the right things, so why you are worrying about that? Growth will happen. It may or may take some time, but growth definitely will happen. Don't just look at a different person, compare with other people. Like, yeah, in Indian society, in fact, like sometimes my mother also and my father also compare, like, tera bhai wahan pahunch gaya hai and you are still here. So now they realize, like, it doesn't matter if I am here and someone is maybe like 10 steps ahead of me, and you will find
Yeah.
100 people's 10 steps behind you as well. This is literally never compare yourself in anybody's life. Everybody's journey is different. Just feel, just encounter your passion, just encounter things which you wanted to do in your life. And always, I believe
Yeah.
everything is related. You need to be surrounded by good people, basically. So in Twitter as well, you can see where you, to be honest, in this conversation, after this call, if people are on Twitter, just look at around your last 15 days of conversation in tweets and replies. To the people whom you are replying, you are actually average of those guys. That's it. Nothing matters. You have 50,000 followers, 100 followers, whatever it is. These followers and all is just another gimmick. You need actual experience. You need actual work. You need actual work to do. Basically. Yeah, I think we can move to some different questions.
But it's really great to hear.
I will talk
I
a lot.
think one of the most unique events we had on our platform, where someone very openly shares about their journey and just encourages everyone. That's really great. I mean, I had a lot of questions, but you answered all of them, so I'm not gonna ask again. So yeah, but still, yeah.
So I think
basically, I just want to ask again. So initially, there was a mentor to help you guide in growing as a developer, both technically and mentally, right? And then you got to know about the Twitter community, like how it works. And Ravin, I know Ravin as well, so he's also really great. I think I saw you in a Twitter space. I guess that time you had 400 followers, right? I saw you in a Twitter space. It was Polyworks Twitter space. I was also part of that speaker panel, and you were also in the speaker panel, and it was in 2020, by the way. And then now I see you have 36,000 Twitters, and that's really amazing. And that's really nice to see someone growing. It's not about followers again. It's about how people are evolving and with what mindset they are evolving, right? So that's really nice. So yeah, the question is, so what was your initial motivation with the community, and what was your motivation behind this Twitter community? Because you told that you were not into all this social media and stuff before, but what was the exact motivation that right now I have to share this with the community and help people to grow, like mentoring people and stuff like that?
Yes. So basically, if I get started from maybe August 2020, as you just mentioned, like I was in that Twitter space, and after that, I talked to many people, not even Ravi. I get, as I told you, like sending messages and all, and I was following. I had made a list on Twitter. Like there are like I think I started with 5 favorite people, and then it gradually, right at this moment, it's like 20 favorite people I followed. I only interact with them, to be honest, on most of the time. So I see like what they are doing exactly. So they are sharing their real experience, what they have did in their life actually since last couple of years. That's what they are doing. So and this is what Ravin asked me to do. So that's where I realized like yes, I can help many people in many terms basically, in not just to grow as software engineer, just I can help in terms of technical growth. I can help in terms of community growth. I can help in terms of communication as well. Look, because look in India, still people are there are people who feel shy to talk, who feel shy to share their actual experience, and in fact, there are annual appraisals happen in every company, so people even don't talk about their actual achievements. It hardly. Not going to happen in anyone's career like you have worked for 1 year and you didn't even achieve a single thing. Your manager can even fool you right in that, but until unless you ask, until unless you let them know, right, these are the tasks, that day I was on leave, and or maybe like I was about to leave the office and that production issue came up, and I just fixed that production issue after spending 2 hours. So that is one of the good achievement, right? This is just one of the example I'm giving you. But apart from that, if you have helped your colleague, if you help many basic things basically, so we just somehow just didn't even realize that yes, these are all the things which is actually matters in the long run. So these are things I realized like I can share with my real experience, and I started helping people. I encourage people to send me DMs, even though I shared a couple of tweets like ask me anything kind of tweets, and those I get good response from people. People ask me good questions. Even in fact, like I am planning one of the you can say community post, or maybe you can say community event.
Yeah.
This is one of the goal of 2022, like
Got it.
close private community kind of platform, you can say, and where you can actually ask me offbeat topics as well. So those are like recorded questions and open questions with everyone. Only you, between you and me. You can ask me anything basically, and I'll try to share my real experience, which I might not be shared with this recording session basically. So to the clear conversations, because I don't want to be in a polished conversation all the time. So yes, people really struggle. And one of the example I can give you, like in Winchester, there was a I think I forgot her name, Ramya. I think Ramya, her name. So she was having around 14 years of experience back in India, and she literally get around below 10 was the CTC. So I was literally surprised. Like it's really unrealistic. It's really not possible. This is some really a miscalculation based on the experience as well. And I literally asked like what kind of knowledge you have. We literally did pair programming sessions, and she joined us in 3 months of program. We coded around JavaScript for 3 months, and I literally make her aware like you know the things, but you don't know how to project yourself, basically, right? it's not always true. You just go after coding and coding. Yes, coding is good, and not everyone
Yeah.
dream is to become a Avenger coder, right? He, we have to be honest. Why we are in tech, right? To live a good life, to pay our bills, and to give a happy life to our families, right? That's the only goal. Why we glorify this, like, yeah, tech is cool, tech is cool. Yeah, tech is cool. That's fine. But ultimately,
Yeah.
our goal is to earn money, right? That's the only reason. I'm not sure like why some people are glorified this. Yeah, tech is cool, tech is cool. Yeah, definitely tech is cool, definitely. But this is one of the main reason we are here. So these are the things like which I wanted to share with the community. And yes, if I talk about recent scenarios, I think before this live session, you and me were talking about DevRel things as
Before
well.
that,
I would like to share some highlights.
Before we go into technical writing, we are going to discuss about technical writing, blogging, and DevRel, and what open source about open source, and also the super tokens, right? But before that, there are few questions in the Q&A section. If you can see and take those, it would be really good.
Okay. I can see Ankur. Saurabh? Ankur, are you in Pune? Hey, Saurabh. Yeah, I was in Pune. I lived in Pune for 6 years. You can say 2014 I came in Pune, and recently in 2021 I came here in Sweden. I currently living in Gothenburg, Göteborg they call it in Swedish. So you can say like in Pune and Mumbai. So Mumbai is a like financial capital, and Pune is a side city basically. So silent city. So here in Sweden, Stockholm is like a happening city, and Gothenburg is like a silent city. So I like a silent places. That's why I choose Gothenburg. I had an offer in Stockholm as well, so I don't want to go to Stockholm. So that is like again a happening life all the time, chill and all. So I think you guys like young boys should go. Young boys and girls should go to Stockholm. I'm a little oldie guy basically.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and the second one is by Saurabh himself. Should I do full stack or specialize in front end or back end?
So I think this is a very common question. So if I guess, Saurabh, if you are in early stage of career, so definitely I will not recommend to go in one lane. You should try everything and build. And I think if I am not wrong, I shared this in one of the thread. Like, full stack is just a jargon. Nobody can do full stack, which I believe actually. I also do a lot of things, but I don't call myself a full stack developer. I have a one soft corner towards front end. So I just called one thing basically. But to enter in a job, to enter in a industry, or to enter in a good thing, position, you can say, if everyone has a dream to work on one particular company, so you must find your original skills, and you just give yourself at least like 6 months or 1 year or 1.5 year, 18 months. I set target for myself to achieve something. If I'm transitioning my career or my life from one place to another place, so that's why I'm here. Like in Sweden, I'm still evaluating myself. I'm not sure like whether I will stay here for longer term. You might find me soon back in India after 18 months. So 18 months is something I have my personal parameters. Why 18 months? Because in 18 months you will get everything, whatever you want to evaluate, maybe in technicals or maybe in functional terms. So I'll give you an honest review. Just go with everything if you are in a starting stage. If you are a veteran, maybe like 8 years or 10 years experience, I will definitely recommend you to choose one. Either go full force with front end, either go full force with back end. You will never running out of opportunities. I can guarantee you, basically.
Thanks
and
for
that's
that.
Where that's where.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I hope it helped and answered the question. So there is another interesting question by Surendra.
Hey,
No
Surinder.
journey is smooth. There would be roadblocks that you have overcome in your journey. How did you motivate yourself to overcome that? Maybe after that, not an.
Yeah, first of all, hey, Surinder, thank you for joining us. Definitely motivating is one of the factors. I'm not a very big fan of all these terms like motivation or habits and all. I used to think in different, like I have a friends who are non-tech basically. Like my best friend is a politician. So he is the like BJP youth wing like head in North India, and I took inspiration from him. And after modifying things, I implemented tech, and that's what I believe. Uh, that writing guy, David Parel. David Parel also mentioned in one of his tweets, I think in 2021 start, if you are out of motivation, if you are out of ideas, go in different industry which you don't even know what exactly they are doing. You will be overwhelmed with the ideas, and you can modify those ideas. You can reinvent those ideas in your industry. So that's what I do. So I never go for all these motivation and all. So whenever I feel depressed, yes, I talk to my wife, I talk to my close friends, and I keep my close friends circle to be very small. I just have 3 friends, to be honest, and 1 college junior. So 4 people in my life. With I shared everything. Everything means everything. Like there is no boundaries there, basically. So if you're calling somebody as a friend, so both parties should have a good trust. It's not like if I'm in a call or I'm working and my friend is calling and I'm not picking the phones. I'm just saying, yeah, I'll call you back. Those are not friendships, to be honest. Friends are like you are always available. I'm available for all four guys 24/7 basically. There's no boundaries. You can call me anytime. You can ask me to come anytime. So that's what you need, those people in your life. You can talk to them anytime on any topic on any given day basically. So this is something I keep for my personal motivations. And to be honest, like one of the biggest motivation is my child. So I'm living for him, and this is one of the reason I wanted to give myself a good amount of time to evaluate this current opportunity which I have in Sweden. I see the struggles which I did, and I think almost we all did back in India. In education system, we all know is not that much in a healthy state. We all goes for marks 90%, 100%, and to get the admission in premium institutes. And here education is something different in Europe. So this is one of the reasons. Like my child is one of the best
That's right.
motivation, I think.
Yeah, thanks for
For a
sharing
father.
that. And
That's it.
yeah, thanks for that. And so there's another question in my mind. So overall, if we see in your journey, so what really mattered to help you reach this position or help you reach your goals is through personal branding. I might be wrong, but how much do you think personal branding is helpful, and what are your tips for the budding developers or budding community people over here who want to build their personal brand and just want to grow? What do you suggest? Like generally people do commit mistakes. I've seen a lot of young folks who are really enthusiastic about personal branding and then they fall suddenly, right? But there are people especially who have a strong desire, and as you mentioned, you have a strong reason behind the motivation. It was not about the motivation, but it was more about the reason which pushed you further, right? There was something. So overall, what do you suggest about the personal branding stuff?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm still in a
Yeah.
what I can say in a evaluation mode, or maybe a better word is like I'm still a newbie in this personal branding. I'm not saying, as I told you, I'm not see myself as an
Yeah.
influencer and all these terms basically, which we call. I literally hate all these terms, influencer and all. What I see, and I think we were talking about this earlier. Uh,
Hmm.
People are just following the trends basically. The new people who have good talents, they just going for the dopamine, like all these likes, retweets, or comments. Like I'll get 100, 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes, or maybe 5,000 likes. This is an endless game. You will never win this game, right? This never ending process. Yes, I am saying with my personal experience. I was in the same boat. Whenever I think in last year I started sharing tweets, and whenever I get 500 likes or maybe 1,000, I was thinking, oh my God, yeah, what I have achieved. But after I think 10 minutes, that even doesn't even matter. How many likes you got? What matters? How many people you talk? How many people you DM? How many people you DM? You receive DM from people basically. And out of those, like on literally on daily basis, I almost receive 50 or 60 DMs, right? And it's really sometimes hard to catch up with all of them. Sometimes people even feel offended. Sometimes people even feel like like I have very ego and all these
Yeah.
things. But it's life. I can't just be on Twitter. I have to do a lot of things to fill my bread and butter and to feed my family, right?
Okay.
So those are
Yeah.
things really matters to me. End of the day. So what I will suggest to newbie: be real. Actually, be authentic. Well, look at the my virtual mentors. Like two are one of the greatest people I really admire, and I always say anywhere, like NG Jones and Daniel Vasello, right? Those are two different pillars. Again, you see my choices. Angie is one of the tech people, but Daniel is left his job on Amazon, but now he's like encouraging people to build side projects like portfolio small bets, and he literally crossed 100K in 3 years. Like now, people are crossing 100K or 50K within 2 months, 3 months after doing a lot of clickbaits or all these things. But you don't need to do that. You are losing your credibility in the market, basically. So credibility is everything. You don't need to rush. You need to build things on a good pace. If you have, there is a saying, 1,000 true fans you just need to support you. If you have 1,000 true fans, be you are an individual entrepreneur, be you are an individual product creator, be
Yeah.
you are a startup founder, you have cracked it. Basically, they can support you in all your future products, basically. And that's what I wanted. That's what I'm not going for. You know, I sometimes people who started with me, they told me like, hey, you are still way behind with us, right? They crossed millions of followers right now, right? But it doesn't matter for me. I am going on my pace. I know what I'm doing. I know, and I always believe in a long-term game. And that is one of the reason I would like to say people. I think we have an attendees like Vanshika. I personally know. So people who are want to enter in a DevRel space. India has one of the greatest potential to enter in DevRel right now. This is our era basically. When this is just starting, I can guarantee you guys, we will earn 200K, 300K, 500K from India itself. But it is something on us right now. It is something on us. If we accept low offers, you will be cursing your future generations. You should evaluate yourself. Be ready to do diverse kind of a job. Be ready to do things which you ever wanted in your dreams. Be ready to give your 200%. And that's kind of I am basically. I never, if you are paying me well enough, which is good enough for me, because money is something is never ending again, right? You can't feed the greediness. You just need a money which is good enough for you and your family basically, and just for here and there little bit. If you are getting good sense of money, definitely you will give 200%, not 100%, 200% basically. You can easily achieve goals, the things which you have ever, let's say you have set up something for a week, you can easily achieve things if you are getting good enough money in terms of that. So DevRel is something, is one of the space I can see people wanted to join, wanted to contribute, but they literally don't know exactly what they are doing. I have talked to many people. I have talked to many juniors recently when I wanted to explore this field, and this is one of the reasons I told people asking me like, you are doing 2 jobs at this time. How do you are managing? No, I'm not doing 2 jobs. I'm just doing 1 job, and I'm doing one of my passion, right? And that's where I got. I literally set up the offer in front of my CEO, and I talked to. I think I just literally give 3 interviews. I just literally did 3 interviews. One DM, we just literally never met, never discussed. We just discussed in the Twitter DMs, and things never get sorted out. Second, CEOs, we went ahead. We get 2 calls, but after meeting with the team, they need a guy who can, apart from technical writing, they need a person who can give live streams on YouTube, and they can be good enough in the YouTube space as well. So now you can see you and me are talking almost like a 1 hour, right? Almost. But when it comes to talking to me myself on a screen, I am literally like ooh, kind of that. So I tried YouTube in 2020 as well. You can see my B tester channel in YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. I was literally bad enough in that. So I just told them like, I can't do this at this moment. But yes, in future, who never knows, I can be open my YouTube channel as well. But with SuperTokens, literally things work out. I just messaged Advait. He responded me very well. He asked me to come out in the interview. We talked around almost like 40-45 minutes. And then again, CTO Rishabh will come, and he asked me some typical JavaScript questions. I think I literally screwed in one question, and I was thinking, oh my god, and now to kuch nahi hoga, kind of. So, but yeah, I get some, maybe you can say some got things, and I just asked him, if you want something me to build, I can build, and just give me a task and give me some time. I can definitely come back to you. So he was very, you can say, convinced with this approach. He said, yeah, this is a good idea. You can, we can literally see what kind of a code you can write. And you people in the attendees, you can see my GitHub repo. That code is open source. I literally pushed, they were, I think, building some new feature. So he asked me like, can you build this with React? So I said, yes, definitely, I can build with React. So he said, use whatever approach you want to use. We just need to see, can you write a code, basically. So basically, yes, I am. I'm a good developer. I'm not a ninja developer, but I can write code. I know from where to find the things, basically. You know, that Jack Force said, I'm a full stack developer. I just pull things from the internet and just merge all these things, basically, with my intelligence. So that's the power of software engineer. We are not here to invent things. We are here to use our mind, basically, right? So I just raised that pull request, and that pull request triggers everything. They were happy. They said, yes, you can do code, you can talk, you can build technical tutorials. So what else we need? And you can talk on people on Twitter as well, right? And community as well. So let's just get started. And this is what I wanted. I just don't literally want to enter in a space where I don't know what exactly is coming in my way. I'm in an evaluation stage. I'm evaluating myself and this DevRel field as well for next couple of months. Maybe you can say in 2022, by end of this year, I will still be in an evaluating mode. if I again if I feel by end of this year, yes, this is a space, something which I should continue, I should pursue a major career transition. So I'll definitely take a switch as a full-time role, basically. So that's what
That's
my journey in
interesting.
terms
So
of
yeah, you
DevRel.
answered about DevRel as well. So coming to the discussion of super token and open source, so you can tell to the community about what exactly is super tokens and how it is. Like there are a lot of activities coming up as well as I saw on Twitter.
Definitely. Being a DevRel at SuperToken, so I'm quarter time developer advocate right now as a freelance at SuperToken. And what SuperToken is, if you don't know, so we are in like an open source authentication. You can say alternative to Auth or AWS Cognito, and you can literally build any authentication in your application within I think in for front end, if I'm not like 4.5 minutes, and within 45 minutes you can just set up everything. If you are starting a startup or if you are building a new project, maybe you are doing a side projects, and if you need any help, we have a you can say literally tons of recipes available in our documentation. To be specific, for React recipes, I literally choose that React recipe when I was giving that interview pull request. So that literally helped me out, and that is one of the reasons I liked their documentation is very well. And we have lots of integration. Recently, today morning India time, I think 9 a.m. we launched integration with Hasura as well. So, and in coming days, you will see some, I'm not sure, supposed to reveal, but related to password, you can get a hint, basically, what we will be coming with upcoming features. And you can see last week, I think we launched one of the ambassador program. And this is something I personally learned. And in DevRel, I offbeat again, you must start learning reading books. There are tons of excellent books available, and that developer relation, forgot the book name.
Yeah,
I think Carolina is the writer, and James. So that is a fantastic book. So I read that book within a week, and from there I get an idea like why don't I start something ambassadors, and it will be good for open source. People love to contribute in open source, and we are open source product. So it's like a win-win situation for everyone. And this open ambassador program is something we don't want just to be a gimmick. So we want real contributors, and we will monetize them accordingly. We will not just keep you will do things and we will not do our part. It's completely open source and completely based on your voluntary efforts. If you want to do more, you can directly get in touch with me. If you have better ideas, hey, Ankur, we can do this and we can do that as well. So definitely ideas are most welcome here. And I think I can see people in attendees as well. I think Vanshika just left. Vanshika recently joined as an ambassador as well. So these are all the things which we have planned in near future. So yes, SuperToken idea is very good, and that is one of the reasons I choose them.
that's great. Yeah,
Basically,
thanks for that.
good developer.
And also, I think we. The best part is it's one of the longest session and people are still here. That means the session is really interesting. So and yeah, so the one more question is
yeah,
but it was really insightful. Yeah. So this was all about AMA. So there was no agenda. It was all about your story, right? So definitely we'll come up with a. You talk good as well, as Surendra mentioned. So next topic we'll definitely come up with something. Maybe it can be about personal growth, or it can be about integrating super tokens. It can be a live session or anything, right? It can be anything specific to that.
Yeah, in fact, I would, I think attendees, thank you everyone who joined us today. Definitely, I'm building one React application. I think maybe next week I'll be ready with the blog post as well. And I'm building a React application in which I'll demo how SuperToken exactly work with the React. And in parallel, I'm currently like my plans is like as in contribution. Recently today we found Asura, so I am coming up with a recipe how you can build SuperToken with Asura as well. So, and I will be giving a live stream talk maybe I think 2 weeks from now, because next week I'll be little out from everything. I have to shift my house here in Sweden. Unfortunately, like housing is a very messed up thing here. So stay tuned. As soon as I'll announce on my Twitter or maybe somewhere else, so you'll
Thanks
get
for
a
that. And
chance
yeah,
to
one final
see live
question,
stream as
as you mentioned about blogging, we wanted to discuss about the technical blogging side of things, because even at Aviyel, there are a lot of technical writers within our community. So I think that would be really helpful for them if you share some technical writing tips or something like what should be the actual flow when you write an article.
So I think, to be honest, technical is something I'm also in a learning phase. But yes, I can talk overall blogging experience. So I started, I think, the same in a parallel world, you can say, when I started with Twitter. So what I did, I was literally improving my threads and converting my threads in a more deeper level. Whatever experience I had, I just if I tweet in a 280 words, so in blog I have explained in a bit more granular fashion. So I just started with the Dev2 basically, and that is one of the good platform I have. Literally I have around 200k plus views there, and almost like 3,000 followers on Dev2. And I get I think 2021 I received that top author award as well from Dev2 community, and I was literally surprised like I received such kind of honor from big community. So what I did, I didn't did any fancy stuff. I didn't understand the idea behind blogging. I just literally get started. And based on the review from the people will comment on you, people will give you the review, people will DM you. And I sent, let's say if I write one article, I sent the people who are already veteran in the blogging industry. I ask the feedback. If I sent 10 people the DM, I received 3 or 4 replies with a very good explanation. Yeah, you did this mistake, you did that mistakes. So that was like something, a hack you can see I did. If I going to learn something, so it will take my time. It will take me around 6 months or 1 year. But I literally choose like just get started and share my things openly with the people and ask the feedback on live feedback basically. And one of the reason, like whenever you get any ideas of the topic and you have all the ideas, it's not always like people like us who have tons of experience in the industry, like I literally like 12 plus years, 13 plus of year experience, they can only share. No, you can always share. Like in a year, as I told you, you do many things. You do many things. If you have started in a tech, in just 1 year, you do lots of things. You just need to analyze yourself, like every month, what special things you did in the past, and keep all these parameters in your mind and just come up with some topic. And again, it's not always one topic. Just break down all those topics in a maybe you can say in a paragraph, and on those paragraph you just pick out some things and start writing. That's how I write my book as well. I will never be able to finish that book if I thought like, yeah, I will write this, I will write that. So just start writing, and editing is the most important factor here. Like you need to edit. Actually, writing is very easy, which I feel. I can write anything. I can write like tons of pages, but editing is the most important things you should learn. Editing is something which I learned from 2 guys basically. So they help me out. They help me out how you can do proofreading as well. Literally, I hired for the book. I hired people on the field basically for proofreading and all to check the Grammarly errors and all these things. And I think Grammarly is your friend. If you are not a very good, maybe in grammar or in terms of like to handle the phrases, and one of the good point of Grammarly is what we call that parallelism content as well. It will highlight the content automatically in your draft mode if that particular content is all anywhere available in the internet as well. So from technical writing, what I can see, you can say you can get started, build things which you are confident enough right now. Don't juggle. Don't again compare with the people who are building fancy articles, maybe around Web3 or maybe around super interesting tech stack right now. Build things which you know. If you know Java, build things around Java. If you know C#, build things around C#. If you know PHP, build things around PHP. Don't think. Just write a couple of articles, maybe 2, 3, 5 articles. You will get better ideas and ask feedback from the people. And there, you get the lane actually. You get the taste of the technical writing, and then start applying from maybe these. I think at this moment, almost every startup need technical writers. Almost every startup need technical writers, and you will. In fact, I see people in my current area where I'm living in Europe. People literally living their life just on technical writing. They don't even do full-time jobs. So that's the power of technical writing.
Yeah, thanks for answering that question. I think it was very clear. Yeah.
Yeah. And as we are wrapping up, if you want to have a taste, I think I recently write for Harper DB, and you can have a look of that article. You will get a better idea exactly what I did. And to be honest, on that article itself, I get very good comments, very good reviews, but my mentor just scolded me out. he gave me tons of reviews. Hey, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. So you never be like in a 100% of stage. There are people who knows more than you. So don't feel like you don't know anything. You know very much within your current capacity. You just need to move to the second block stage basically. So that's what I believe in life. We are not far behind from anyone. We are not far ahead from anyone. We are in our own block right now, so we just need to move our block to second stage.
Definitely, I've shared that article as well in the chats if you want to access. So this session will be recorded, so if you want to rewatch this, I would definitely love to rewatch this, so because a lot of things to recollect, because there are always useful in everyday life of a developer or anyone, right? So we will post this recording on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned, and definitely would love to bring all the live coding sessions you are doing on Aviyel. We would love to watch. We will love people to watch your conversation and the coding and stuff.
Yeah, definitely we can do we can do again coding session as well. And definitely, like as DevRel field, we all are in. So it's kind of like a back and forth.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for all the things you have shared. So I hope everyone here found really helpful the whole conversation. So you can leave your feedbacks or anything on the product to hello@aviyel.com if you want to. And anything, if you have any questions, just reach out to us on our socials. So thanks for that. Thanks Priyanka and Surendra. I think they came from the Twitter community today in the morning. So I just got connected with them. So that's the power of networking, right? So through Ankur, I have connected with these two people, and I'm getting some value out of them, and they are getting value out of this platform or this session. So it's very important for us. We have to care people and build relations everywhere you go, right? Anywhere you go. So Yeah, thanks, Ankur, and hope to have another session with you in very soon.
Yeah, thank you.
I want this to happen very soon. So thanks for that. Yeah.
Thank you everyone who joined us today. And if you have any follow-up questions, my DM is always open, and definitely will get to help as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I think it's time to say goodbye. And thank you, Joshua, for hosting this session. It was really nice talking to you. And see you soon.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Aviyel. Yeah, bye-bye, guys. Thank you.